today. From Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's the AFC Wild Card Round on EA Sports.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here comes the Tennessee offense, and you see Ryan Tannehill leading them out.
And by now, it's a familiar story about Ryan Tannehill. Remember, 6 seasons as a starter in Miami, but unfortunately, he never played in a playoff game there. Got his team to the playoffs one season, but was hurt, and Matt Moore had to play in the playoff game for him. But I know he has to be buoyed by how well he played in the playoffs last year with Tennessee. Helped them get to an AFC championship game, and expects to do at least that again, if not get to the Super Bowl this season.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
The drive starts for the completion, left side. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
At the 29-yard line.
Now Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well. But that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them. And we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
It's taken to the 26.
James Prochet.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start by running the option to the right. First down and more for Jackson. And he'll be taken down at the 26. That one good for 37 yards. What a run there. I mean, you've got speed, elusiveness, escapability all rolled into one.
And we all know that quarterbacks are coached. They get the ball to the guys who can do all the things you just described. You want those guys who have speed, elusiveness, and escapability all rolled into one with the ball in their hands. And guess what? It's him. So there's no sense in throwing it or handing it off when you can do all of that yourself.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Escaping the pressure right. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
That keeps the score.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
When it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And his throw here's incomplete.
Intended for Coach.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Jonnu Smith. That's good.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Derrick Henry, the ball carrier.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
He's across midfield.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's Tannehill. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Titans first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Running from the gun with Henry. He'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Henry again the ball carrier. The tackle made at the 36-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
6-0 our score after 1.
With the score, Ravens 6. Titans nothing.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Tannehill. This one caught by Davis. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
To throw is Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play. What you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
On 4th down, here's Stephen Gostkowski for the Tennessee field goal.
9-yard attempt.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky. But that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up, this should be 3.
Yeah, there's nothing routine in football, but this one really almost should be. Snap, hold, kick, ball through the post. Didn't happen that way.
Jackson.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line.
Brought down back at the 14-yard line.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
That's good for 28 yards. Play action. It's Jackson. Flush to his right. Brown has the first down and much more. Over the middle here to Brown. And finally down at the 9-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. From the gun, Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. But it'll be second and goal.
Incomplete. Brings up second and goal.
Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jack Crawford in there to bury him for a loss of 11. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing third and goal. Jackson from the shotgun steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jeffrey Simmons, and the Titans defense will celebrate the goal line stand. A breakdown by the O-line at the worst possible time, 4th and goal, and it leads to a sack.
And I can just see it now. On the sidelines, they're telling the quarterback, you've got to get rid of it somehow, some way. At least get it in the end zone and give us a chance. If we throw an interception, so what? A sack? We didn't even have a chance.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On 1st down, Tannehill That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That puts him in excellent position, first and goal after a gain of 19.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Jonnu Smith there to make the grab. And the Titans are just an extra point away from moving out in front.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. He's been elusive, very good at scrambling, over 100 yards rushing. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
Well, that return had all the trappings of really good scouting. You could tell that they thought they saw something on tape that they could take advantage of, and they dialed it up at just the right time to give them a great return.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
First down, Baltimore.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Towards the end zone for Brown. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
3rd and long.
Jackson being chased out left. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get him to 4th down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. That's caught inside the 20. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Matt Judon leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. A shotgun handoff to Henry. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Jackson. Now he'll pull it down. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
2-yard gain on the play. And
now it's Jackson dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Jackson on the keeper.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man.
And the challenge pays dividends. The ref overturns the play.
Everyone gets a bonus on this one, Brandon. The coach upstairs who signaled down and said challenge it, and the head coach for pulling the red flag.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Under the category of obvious, you hate giving up a 1st down on 3rd and long. And somehow he finds his way downfield and picks it up.
If you look at the coverage defensively, oh, this is great, but no one accounted for him at the quarterback spot.
At some point, you actually have to tackle it and get him on the ground short of the 1st down marker.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson, and he's going to keep it here. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. 2nd and 2. First down marker at the 5-yard line. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard.
Now this offense about ready to take over again. And what a pressure spot for both sides, really. But they're at home now. They have the football here in the playoffs, sort of controlling their own destiny.
It's a spot they've all dreamed of. This is where you want to be. Home, have the ball, a chance to win the game, control your own destiny, as you noted. But here's the thing. Don't let the crowd get too involved if you're this team now. You've got to make sure you let them carry you, but not cause you to do things out of what you're supposed to do, right? Take you away from focusing and concentrating on the game.
Because sometimes you get so amped from the crowd that can carry you into spots you don't want to be. Is that what you're saying?
From experience, sometimes that crowd gets so involved in it and you get involved with them that you end up making plays or trying to do things that maybe you shouldn't have done.
And 7.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Calais Campbell. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And he's going to go down again. Patrick Queen providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Take it in at the 22. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
26.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 23 yards, the final tally.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Marquise Brown was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Play action. Now Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Forced out to his left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Over the middle to Smith.
Tannehill's pass.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Tannehill throwing complete to Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Now it's Tannehill. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
Here's on the coverage.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
By the Ravens.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. After the interception, here's Jackson. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his second touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. So now Tannehill and the Titans down by 11, 50 seconds to go. It's complete to Brown, right side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith. And it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. 3rd and long, it's Tannehill. Man open left side is Brown. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. From the red zone now, Tannehill. That's complete right around the 8. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Nashville.